What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video, and today, it is time that we discuss the two main Florida statewide races happening this year. That is right, folks. Today, we're finally going to be discussing Florida on this channel. Not, at the presidential level. No. At the gubernatorial and senatorial level. That's going to be kind of the end of the Democrat Party in Florida. When you really look at it, folks, this is the final death blow to the Democrat Party in Florida, which has been dying for years. But it's finally time this party dies, figuratively. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with these races, because boy, oh boy, a lot of people are coping about the gubernatorial race will be competitive, or the Senate race will be competitive, and all that good stuff. And we're going to debunk that crap today. Before I forget, of course, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes, of course, go follow the mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And also join the channel. That is right, folks. For just 10 cents a day, you could join Real American Politics. I recommend you do it today. Alright. It is time that we finally discuss Florida. And quite frankly, folks, this is a race I really now want to discuss, but technically with the Florida primaries coming up in 2 days, I want to do a video discussing, the primaries a little bit and how it looks this fall. Like I said earlier, this is kind of the death blow of the Democrat Party in Florida. There's realistically no chance Democrats can win either of these races. Now, you go down to the polling. Again, really? We're doing this crap again? Like, seriously, the political matrix, I made a full video on those clowns. They clearly are faking their polls. And every other poll in existence that's, halfway decent shows DeSantis winning this race by a lot. But he's not going to win by just 2 or 3 points. He's going to win by closer to double digits. It is a matter of who we go against this fall. And there are two main Democrat candidates. The first one, of course, is Charlie Crisp. Everybody knows Charlie Crisp, the guy that's lost every possible election in Florida for every single party. I mean, think about it. He's been on every single party. Republican, Democrat, Independent. He's lost every frickin' time. And, well, Charlie Crisp is, I guess you could say, the better candidate if you want to lose by less than 10 points. It's a fact of life. He is technically a more electable candidate than the other loser, Nikki Fried, who's probably not going to win the primary. I mean, you'll scroll down here. The polling shows Crisp up by a lot. Could she potentially win? Yeah, but the Rebecca Jones endorsed candidate, she's more than likely not going to win. And if she does end up winning the primary, DeSantis would win it closer by 15 points. I mean, with Charlie Crisp, you can make the argument, like, you go here for the Florida gubernatorial race, that he would be doing decent in places like Hillsborough because of Tampa area, that's where he's from. Like, he wouldn't get absolutely eviscerated in Hillsborough. He would potentially win it. Not so much for Nikki Fried. And, again, DeSantis lost, the Tampa area by around 10 points or so. Lost Pinellas by around 3. And DeSantis would win Pinellas and potentially could win Hillsborough if it's against, either one of these clowns. But at least with, Charlie Crisp, you have a better shot of holding some of this vote in Hillsborough and all that good stuff. With Fried, not so much. There's really nowhere in the state does she really appeal to. And plus, this election results is considering the fact that DeSantis still underperformed Trump in several, fairly Trump counties. So, yeah. It's a very interesting election where it's a matter of how much DeSantis wins, not if he will win. It's a matter of how badly does DeSantis beat the Democrats. Now, the results, are going to be very telling in the Miami area. This is the only county that I care about in this race, for both the Senate and governor's race. If Ron DeSantis ends up carrying this county, it's flipping 24. There, I said it. DeSantis has a serious shot of winning this county. He lost it by 21 in 2018. A blue wave here. The first signs something was happening in Miami, even places like the Palm Beach area. So this is the only part of the state that I would recommend people looking at on election night for the statewide races, because the Republicans are winning places like Miami-Dade, potentially Palm Beach, getting closer in places like Broward. Yeah, there's a good chance Trump probably sweeps, or I should say come close to sweeping all these counties down south. Broward's a bit tougher, but the other two, Palm Beach and Miami-Dade, we saw swings in 2016, or 2020, I should say, that are favorable to Republicans. So there is a good chance we see Miami-Dade flip this fall, but we just got to see what happens. Now, that's kind of the governor's race. That's kind of, already been decided. There's really no realistic shot Democrats win. It's a matter of how bad they get crushed. So it should be an entertaining election night to see the election mafia, the loser right, cry like cowards when, DeSantis wins by 15 or potentially more points. I should say 10 or more points instead of the polling which shows, DeSantis is only up by 3 points. He cannot win by more than 4. So yeah, I personally recommend people kind of just ignore this race because we all know Miami-Dade's potentially going to flip. That's the only thing that's worthwhile in this race. It's a matter of will Miami flip, will Hillsborough flip, all that good stuff. So that's kind of that for the governor's race. And there is another statewide race happening this fall, the Senate race. Now, once again, Marco Rubio is going to win this race. He's going to win it by a lot. If people don't remember, look at what he did against Patrick Murphy back in 2016. He eviscerated this guy. I mean, he did good in places like Miami-Dade. He only lost it by 11. I think Trump lost it by 30, if I'm not mistaken. He won Hillsborough. Did actually not that good at Pinellas first. That's a weird thing. He did not do so good at Pinellas, but flipped Hillsborough. But the point is, Marco Rubio did pretty good in the more traditional Republican parts of the state. Duval County, Hillsborough, Pinellas, even Seminole County, he won by 11 points. These are counties that Trump really doesn't perform good. But of course, Trump ran it up in the rules, and that's why he ended up winning Florida. So the only reason I would say watch this race is once again Miami-Dade, Palm Beach, Broward area. If Rubio flips, these two counties, potential 3, there's a serious shot of that. Again, that's a good sign that Trump, he's going to sweep Florida. It's not a matter of if he flips, or I should say sweeps Florida. It's a matter of how bad. And again, just like the governor's race, it's very intriguing to see how Rubio does in Miami-Dade. And again, he always does very good because, he goes against crap candidates all the time. And that's no different this cycle. You go down here, he's going against Val Demings, one of the worst candidates I've ever seen. And it's not going to be close. Republicans are going to crush Rubio will at least. And it's not going to be close whatsoever. But again, it's a matter to see how badly he wins. If he's doing good in a place like Orange County, which may be pushing it because this is Demings' district or close to, it's not going to be pretty. So hopefully, Rubio, who I'm not the biggest fan of Rubio. He's still a decent, I guess you could say decent senator. But he's not the best in the world. But I hope that he does flip Miami-Dade, win Palm Beach, sets a stage for a certain orange man to flip it by potentially even wider margins in 2024. So that's kind of that for Miami, or I should say Florida. Well, this is kind of the Miami video because that's kind of the only counties that I really want to see, during election night. I know what the results are going to be. It's a matter of how badly, and I really do hope Miami-Dade flips. That would be a good meme, and yeah. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. There will be 2 videos tomorrow about the other primaries for the Florida House races, the New York races tomorrow. I should say Tuesday. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.